listening to Rockers for Wildlife Radio with Paul Paget, only on LA Talk Radio.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it's Paul Paget at the helm. Boy, it's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Hey, everybody. Anahid Itimadi is here with Pasuli down here. She's sitting.
She's playing.
Yeah, she's playing with our new toy. So today, we're so excited.
Quite a show. Let me say hi and shout out to a couple people, and then we're going to bring some amazing guests on. We're very excited. I want to first off say hi to my mom and dad, say hi to my kids, Shadow Christian and Paul Aaron. Shout out to David Longoria. Yeah. Shout out to PR Diana Kelly, our social media queen at Clink and Chat. That's Mela. And also we have Russ. Russ is amazing. Russ Nybert is just beyond words. He's a great management team. So we also want to say hi to Ron and Isabella. They're already in Vegas.
Oh, wow.
Yes, for the Producer's Choice Awards.
So excited. We're going to Vegas today.
Oh, yeah. It's going to kick in like nobody's business, and we're going to talk a little bit more about all of that later. Sure. Why don't you introduce our guests?
Absolutely. So we're so blessed to have Family Federation for World Peace today here at the studio. And this federation is a huge federation all over the world. They have offices and centers, and they practice peace, and they want to bring love and peace to the world. And the base of peace is family, so they strengthen family values. So thank you so much. And so I would like to invite George Kazakos and Adam Gottlieb. I got him. No, Gottlieb. Hey, guys.
Hello, Paul and Anna Heat.
Yes,
what is shaking, brother?
I'm so happy to be here.
That's our brother from another mother.
Thank you so much for coming.
You bet.
To our show.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
It's gold.
Amazing. It's
oh, my
gold.
God. How's it going, Adam?
It's going good. I'm glad to have you guys have me here. I really appreciate it.
We're glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Don't make us sick the dog on you.
I don't know, that dog's pretty vicious.
That's actually our guard dog.
Oh, okay.
I was going to hire security, and I was like, you know what? We'll just teach her to be a killer.
I think about the only thing she could do is nibble on your little toe.
Yeah, she's going to lick you to death.
Right.
So it could take a little while to slow death.
She could kill your penis, of course.
So it's very interesting because Pasuli was at the workshop that I had with the Federation.
That's right.
Well, I'm a member and one of the peace ambassadors. So when I was taking the whole course at Mazumdar, which we're going to have another show for Mazumdar, it's all together 110 hectare. Amazing land, beautiful holy land that you can go there and just cleanse your soul for a couple of days and get a lot of knowledge and information and come back. So when she was at the show,
that's right.
She was a little puppy. And she never even barked at all. I swear.
Right. In fact, it was. I don't know how she says that because I was teaching at the time.
Yeah.
And she waited, to go to the bathroom and everything until the session was over.
Exactly. When the session was over, and it's over, but we were talking still. But he would wrap up.
The most respectful dog.
I need to go pee. It was just amazing. Yeah. So interesting.
Better train than most humans.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know who trained her, and I didn't. But anyways, let's go and talk about the Federation.
Yes.
Please tell us about the Federation. What are the principles and what are the mission and purpose for your Federation?
Sure, be glad to. Anyway, the big idea is this: is that everyone knows God is love, right? That's a universal understanding. But the radical big idea is something new in that, God is so one with love, that just like, you're so one with your face, you don't see it all the time unless you have a mirror, right? So God is so one with love that not even God can distinguish it. And that's why he created Paul. Right?
That's what I've been trying to tell everybody since.
And so the beautiful thing is that God created the heavens and the earth, all of us, so we could love each other and God could experience love through us loving each other.
Absolutely.
And so that's why the whole universe is made out of pair systems. You know, there's man and woman and male and female animals and stamen and pistil and, you know, proton, electron. There's all pair systems. Yeah. So all of it is all about love.
Absolutely. Amen to that.
Amen to that, right?
Yay.
And the pinnacle of all of that, that's the most powerful love available, is the union between a man and a woman. Mm-hmm. It's just because that resembles God. Mm. However, now that's the vision. The mission recognizes that although love is full of glory and all possibilities, sometimes it can be really ouchy too, right? I mean, it's like the greatest love, the greatest joy can be the greatest pain as well. And sometimes love ends up like a train wreck, right? And that can happen, right? It's happened in my life. And
I've had a train wreck.
Yeah. I think if everyone was authentic and honest, we've all been in train wrecks.
Absolutely.
To some degrees.
It's part of life.
It's part of life. And just kind of all the toxins kind of come out. So how to deal with that? We have two things going to the mission in terms of like, what is there to do? And so what we do is we have, just like there's an anointing happens if someone goes to church, let's say, and receives a baptism or communion or something like that. Yeah. So what we do is we have a very special prayer and anointing around marriage. Boom. Mm-hmm. And to make a declaration and proclamation to make God alive in that union.
Absolutely.
That's the first mission. So we have something called the blessing of marriage.
Wow. And, that's all about. I love it.
And that's that.
Goosies. Right? Now, but then you need support to go through the ups and downs of relatedness, right?
Mm. Absolutely.
And so we have then small communities, and Adam Gottlieb's one of our program directors, that he's really helping now forming to bring what we call family tribes, families helping families to support it. Even, myself, I'm, one of the directors, but I myself have been through a lot of a struggle in this area, even though I'm the director of the organization. But I have people in my close tribes that can help make that and bring the toxins out of past fears about because it all comes from the things we experienced and didn't experience with our parents, with our first attachment figures that replays in the arena of husband and wife.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And so therefore we build communities that give support when we feel that fear and feel all of those kind of things that and that's what we do at Camp Mazundar. By the way, when she mentioned Mazundar, it's a camp for
Camp
Mazundar. It's 110 acres
on the top of the mountain.
In San Bernardino Mountains.
So beautiful.
Yeah, it's about an hour away from here actually, but it's like 4,000 or 5,000 feet in the air.
And there's a lake down there. So.
Yeah, and so we have that's where the program she was at. We had an educational program talking about. Number one, why God created us and what's our purpose, and number two, how things went astray and what we can do about it.
Absolutely.
So those are the kind of things we talk about. So then, the Family Federation for World Peace is an umbrella organization, and mostly there's a lot of different type of churches and organizations associated with it. So we have probably not the biggest network of churches, but we have one of the most diverse. We have mosques and Christian organizations, and so we kind of serve as like a plug-in for different faith groups to help strengthen marriage and stand for love and relationships and kind of hold people through the process of all of the messiness that happens within that. So I laugh because it hurts sometimes. But
So is it like I think through the understanding of the course that I had, is basically human fails and all problems happens because of the lack of family strength and root. So where that you really strengthen that foundation, and you really between man and woman, you bring that strength and all the belief system, everything is really strong, and God is the center of that the purpose is clear. Why you are marrying this person is not for financial reasons. It's not for money, girls.
Got that right.
Girls, please. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, the financials also is important. I have to be honest. However, the more important thing is the spirituality of that person, the soul, who is that person, and help each other to grow more. Yep. So that's way more important. And then financials comes to the picture because God created all material as well.
Absolutely true.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but this federation, which I love, and I really love this federation, and
we all love you, Anahit.
Oh, thank you so much. I can't help myself. I have to say I love this federation. So this federation is supporting human being, not any religion, and it's welcoming all religions, and men and women centering God, family, federation, family strength, in order to be healthy and in order to have peace around the world. So just think about it. All the problems starts from where you're not stable in your family. You know, you don't get enough love from your family. Am I right?
Well, the key is fear. I want to step in here as a life coach. So most things that devastate relationships are fear. That's why they talk about cold feet before somebody gets married.
Yeah.
Right. Because they start evaluating and
scared of vulnerability.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So the federation has workshops. The federation has support for the married couples. They married couples center God, but they don't leave them like that. They support and they help them to go through those fears and those cold.
And we all go through it.
It's across the board, man or woman. You know something that I see, though, this is a big factor, because we're old enough now that we've seen the early years of really great common families, you know, the white picket fence, the house, the dream.
Right.
And so then social media, internet, all this stuff comes on, started to create a cold society, a non-communicative society.
Right.
And so
that's swiping.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. You know something? I'm a big voyeur, so I like to watch people. And so I'll go to restaurants, and you don't see anybody hardly talking anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
The whole family, even the kids, will be on a phone or an iPad.
That is so true.
It's tragic.
Yeah, so true.
It's so funny. My friends, they had a company, like friends of mine, family, and they are very young, like 25-year-old. And they said they are building this organization together, and they text each other, like he's sitting over there,
yes,
and
that's
real, swear to God, in the other side of the room, they text each other, and he takes back, and I'm like, seriously?
I think when I first told my wife, that I loved her, it was through a text.
Classic.
I'm so guilty. Yeah, I know. It's my generation right there.
It is your generation, though. And that's where, you know, I'd said when my kids started texting, I said, I will never text. Well, then I realized I'd never talk to my kids again.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, because it started progressing so heavily.
Yeah, right.
You know, and I'm the type, you know, if dinner's ready, you holler at the kids, dinner's ready. I'm not going to text you to tell you dinner's ready.
Right.
It's crazy.
I mean, it has a purpose and a function. It just gets so far.
Oh yeah.
You know, it just gets so far.
It does have a purpose. I do like that.
Not that I do this every single day, but I try to every day. We have a, you know, my kids especially have a time in the morning where we make our declarations about loving each other.
Love it.
And then at nighttime, I get them to share their feelings. Like I said, we don't do it every day, but we try to do it as often as we can. Yeah. So create a declaration in the morning.
Nice.
About we're committing to loving each other.
Oh, I love that.
Right? Whatever the realities are, we're just making this declaration.
Absolutely.
And then at nighttime, you know, just say, I just ask them, how do you feel? And go one by one, how do you feel? In the beginning, they want to talk about their toys or whatever, but little by little, they begin to open up, and then I could take them one-on-one and just like, so how are you feeling? What are you scared of? And then they can open, because it's like working out. You got to build that every day.
Absolutely.
And then to share it, to get vulnerable, right? Because what you said, and I think you're right, it's really fear, but a fear of what? It's fear of vulnerability, to say, because that's what creates love. If I say, are you going to be there for me?
Right.
But that's the vulnerable part.
Yeah.
But the other part is being caught and say, yes, I will.
That's it.
Right? And then love can spark from, and love can come from that conversation. So what the fear is a fear of saying, you're not going to say, Paul, if I put my life in your hands, I'm just, being worried. Are you gonna catch me if I say something that's really embarrassing or that I'm really scared of?
Right.
Then maybe the world may thought it's a big deal, but for me it's a big deal because I'm scared of that.
Absolutely.
Right? I know for me, I for a long time dealt with not abandonment, but rejection.
Yep.
Oh,
And sometimes I would put, these kind of strong suits of being funny or these kind of strong suits of, whatever it was to cover up the fear of being rejected. I'm not important. So I would make sure, but it kind of took my life to really distinguish those things, uncover them, and then ask for the really close people. And that's why I brought Adam today. Adam's an amazing guy, by the way. Adam Gottlieb.
Thank you,
Gottlieb is German for God, man of God.
God's love.
God's love. That's what Gottlieb means.
I love it.
German, right?
Really?
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
It's like, what a cool
What
name.
a bonus play.
I know.
Well, I gotta tell you this one. My daughter, her name is, she's 10 months old. Her first name is Joy, and her middle name is Love.
Oh wow!
And her last name is God's love.
Wow.
That's what life is all about.
No kidding.
exactly.
Life is about love. That's why I wear pink.
I'm loving
I wear
it.
pink all the time. And
That's
Me
all
too.
Federation all about.
I'm heavy pink.
I gotta show. I actually have
Federation is about
tattoo.
love.
I have cherry blossoms.
Oh my
are pink.
God!
Because pink is the color of love, and love
Oh my
is
God,
the
I love
center
this.
of what
That's
life
why
is
I
about.
told him sit here.
Yeah.
Because he had such a lovely pink.
Actually,
and-
I've
oh my
always
God.
said pink's my favorite color.
It's a beautiful color. It's
It
the color
is.
of love.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
our organization, it's really driven me in my life and my relationship.
Yep.
It's really what has held me together. I mean, I come from a broken family. I mean, even call it that. I mean, I wasn't really even made to my parents, and I was a mistake, to be honest. And that's what we say in our why we have the Family Federation, is because we're trying to strengthen that ideal of family orientedness that we've lost in this country. And people in my age group, I'm starting to see a little bit more. It's coming back alive again because they've seen the mistakes our parents' generation has made, and how children have not become important to them. Marriage has not become sacred to them. And these are the things, because if you die and you go to heaven, it won't be heaven if you go alone. And so that's what we feel, is that we take our spouse with us to the next world. And that connection, that bond we make is in our soul. It was always in our soul from the very beginning.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
Wonderful.
you said some key things that are real important, and abandonment and some of these key issues. Because, and by the way, you weren't a mistake. I want to correct that.
Oh, I was going to say
I'm gonna
that.
correct
There is
you.
no
An unexpected
mistake.
blessing.
There are no mistakes,
Right.
because I'm positive
Yes,
that my
me
mom
too.
and dad at 18 years old were not talking about having a kid. They were probably at a drive-in in the back of a 57 Chevy. Period.
Rock and roll. Right?
It does. And so, boom, all of a sudden you've got, and back then they didn't talk about all of these protective things.
Right.
You just kind of run and gun, but there are no mistakes at all, and especially when it comes to the human race.
Exactly.
But
I'm personally glad he's here. He's enhanced my life. So
absolutely. Both of y'all are enhancing
Love
ours
it.
and our audience.
Love it.
Y'all better be
Love it.
listening out there.
Yeah.
And one of the key things you said about abandonment, because I went through that extensively.
Got it.
Mom and dad divorced when
Wow.
I'm one. And so I'm not going to go into the full story of it, but the bottom line is that here I was, this strong kid growing into what I've become, but I didn't even realize till a few years back that I had this massive dysfunction inside me that was buried. And I think it was creating, it's like the flea in the jar story. So you can take literally a glass jar of fleas. This is a real story. Throw them in and put the lid on it, and you'll hear them jumping. It sounds like popcorn.
Oh yeah.
And so leave the room, come back in about 5 minutes, and it sounds like they're dead. But they're all crawling all over each other, but nothing's jumping any longer. You can slowly take the lid off, thump the side of it, and they'll start jumping, but not one of them will jump out because they've hit their head so many times on that lid that they have found their threshold. They will not jump. Not one of them will jump out of that jar. And so as humans, we hit our heads so many times, we stop pushing past.
Wow.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
And so the flea in the jar is what society
Amazing
becomes.
example.
Yeah.
Wonderful example.
And Paul, that takes a lot of courage to say that, right?
Yes.
And a lot of people, we go unconscious and don't distinguish it, and then just say there's something wrong here. There's something wrong with something outside, extrinsic of myself, right? But it's actually, there's a science behind it. There's actually the amygdala in our limbic system in the back of our head, an ancient part of our brain, actually senses the fear, and there's actually wires from your amygdala to your frontal cortex, and it'll turn off your logic.
Oh, yeah.
So you ever
Like
notice,
that.
like when you're in an argument with someone that they're not making sense?
Yeah.
Also, the secret is you're not making sense. But so
Exactly.
we all are not, because that's what happens, and then that brings us into unconsciousness. And so then unconscious is there's people who are pursuing, which are like, hey, what are you doing? Why aren't you here? Right? And then people who withdraw. That's me. Withdraw, go see the danger of that, right? And so the more the pursue, the more the withdraw, the more the withdraw, the more the pursue, and then that's the unconscious ego. But actually, scientifically, it's just the amygdala turning off our conscious brain.
Exactly.
Right. So in a healing process, which really takes a lifetime, to go through.
Absolutely.
Maybe it's quick for some people. For me, it's a lifetime. But anyway, but it's really, for me, what I do is I do a lot of visualization. Like, in fact, every single morning, I wake up 5:30 every morning, and I pray and I do visualizations to really reprogram my amygdala to not see the fear in life. You know what I mean? And then come back and relate again. And then until so the Family Federation is really, that's what it's about, in its core. It was founded by Reverend Mrs. Sam Young Moon, who found it from Asia, and they just touch people from all religious backgrounds, all racial backgrounds. It's just so diverse. It's incredible.
It's amazing. Truly.
How many followers it has? Like.
Wow, I have to kind of count it all. I mean, I would...
worldwide, I think it's like 5 million or something like that.
Something like that.
So just a couple.
People care about love and peace around the world.
The big areas is West Africa, Japan, and Korea, Philippines. Those are some of the bigger ones.
Right. Hey, we're spreading the message here
That's
in
right.
America. Y'all better get ready. We're taking America.
Right, and our website is dplife.info if you'd like more information. Or find out through dplife.info, you can find out where the nearest center is to you.
And we'll be posting that on our social media, so if you're driving or whatever, you can go to our site.
So we have one in Pasadena, right? Anywhere else in Los Angeles?
In Los Angeles, that's the main one.
San Diego.
So you have
San Diego's one.
Oh, nice.
San Francisco.
Okay.
Sweet.
And also Mizumdar, which we're going to invite Mr. Juan.
Yes.
Juan Morales. Great guy.
Juan Morales.
Amazing brother.
And we're going to have fun with that program for sure. So one more question I had was, what is the next, program, what's going on, how they can, like, what are the workshops, are there like anything going on, what is now current?
Sure, yeah. Well, we have actually I pastor a church that's under the umbrella of Family Federation for World Peace, and so on the cross of the 710 and the 60 is where we have our center, and we have a traditional kind of Sunday worship service that we have, and from that there's the launching pad to all kinds of different programs that we have, whether they're study programs, and soon a lot of our work we've been doing is one-on-one. The work that I do is a lot of one-on-one help with couples, but where I want to graduate to or get to is where we have groups of couples.
Absolutely.
We're not there yet, but we want to do kind of bigger gatherings instead of just one-on-one. We can reach more people that way.
I agree. When I was doing my big seminars, we were doing 72 hours lock-ins, and we'd have 100 people in there, and they were all couples, very few singles. And so we were really able, one of the things when we broke everybody up in groups, you could hear everybody, it was very common, the things that were going on.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing was lack of communication.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Lack of communication is where it drops. It's one of the key things. People make a huge mistake of, they'll go out and work and build their businesses or whoever's business they're working for, but they don't take care of the biggest business of their life. And that's your relationship.
God, it's so
Start
true.
and end your day the same way you would do diligently manage your business.
Right.
Period. Ask your wife or your husband, how are you today? A kiss goes a million miles.
It sure does.
It does. It's huge. I'm not talking a peck on the cheek, by the way. And so that does not work. That is a kind of brush off. Stop and acknowledge the people you love.
Right.
It's critical.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Right.
You go work for a boss somewhere and you're honoring and respecting them, but then you come home and you treat your other significant.
Take for granted. I mean, I've done that myself.
Oh yeah, it's
totally
easy.
Take for granted.
It's total human characteristic. So it takes a conscious effort.
Right.
It just does.
Right.
And so that's why I vowed from here out in my life, that conscious effort is more important. It's God, family, money.
Yep.
There
Period.
we go. Wonderful,
Yep.
wonderful
Boom.
priorities. So one thing I want to say is that a relationship is exactly like a flower. If you don't take care of the flower, it's gonna go dry. It's gonna die. So it's not like it's gonna grow by itself, and it might grow by itself something else.
That's right.
Right. So that's why a lot of people they say, "Oh, we grow apart." Really, why growing apart?
Exactly.
Let's
Grow
grow
together.
together.
Yep.
Exactly. Let's
You know, it's
grow
amazing what
together.
Paul
So-
said about God, family, and money. Well, a biblical reference is Genesis chapter 1, verse 28. Be fruitful, multiply, and have dominion over the land, the fish, and the sea.
Bingo.
Right?
Wonderful.
Well said.
So
Divine inspiration from Paul here.
Yeah, and then here I'll just tell you, this couple, they wake up every morning, they fight over coffee. Who's going to make it?
Oh,
and
really?
whatnot. It's crazy.
Yes.
That's how they start their day, arguing over who's going to make it.
Right.
And so she's dead set. She said, it says in the Bible, God says the man's supposed to make the coffee.
Oh, really? How
And
is
it's
that?
like, how is that? I've been going to church with you for 30 years,
Yeah.
and I've yet to see that in the Bible. But if you can show it to me, it's God's word. I'm making coffee the rest of the
Okay.
time. She storms over, grabs the Bible, pulls it open, throws it down, said, look, right there in big bold letters, Hebrews.
Hebrews.
So he's making coffee now. What can I say?
Good. Well, he's got to follow it. What can I
Yeah.
say?
After this, I want to emphasize on something that George just said in the beginning. It's that he said in the morning we make the decoration.
Yeah.
It is very, very important what challenge that you are going through. In the very morning, early morning, you just wake up and make a decoration and deal and like what do you call it? Like kind of like commit
Yes.
to God that today I'm not going to be afraid, for example, or I'm not going to get angry, or I'm
Right.
not going to be jealous, or I'm not going to be duped.
Or what you're going to be.
Exactly.
That's it.
Or
Oh,
what
yeah.
I'm going to be. Exactly what
Fact.
I'm going to be. So that, and then at night, you come and kind of like report that, okay, what I did was this and that. So then more. I have actually practiced that testimonial.
All right.
Fantastic. I swear it
What
works.
a difference, right?
It works. Don't listen to George. But
Yes.
Too cute.
Right there.
There's-
Well, there's a
that's-
difference between praying and reporting, right? When you report, you make your declaration, your proclamation, what you're taking responsibility for in my life, and you
Absolutely.
report it to God. And then at night, then you report again, except here's what happened.
Yep.
All right, here's what happened. And now it's okay to pray and request things, but sometimes it can be like, give me cookie God all the time. You know what I mean?
Well, I've always said you don't need to ask God for the same thing twice.
Yes.
Because here's what fails in that.
There you go,
Yes.
Paul.
You don't believe.
Yes.
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 I'm
Wow.
always I ask God
Bam.
once.
Right.
Yeah.
I believe God is
doesn't need to
already
repeat
delivered.
things.
He doesn't want to, he's unhappy if you're asking for the same thing over. He's going,
I heard you.
when are you going to start believing?
Right.
Yeah.
And
And
yeah,
acting
yeah.
and acting on it.
That's
Yeah,
it.
acting on it,
Because it is
exactly.
decision and action. And so it's critical. And that's why I don't, I always talk to people, counseling them, and they always, I'll ask, what do you pray for? Money. That's the number one.
Wow,
Really?
Really?
Money.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. They
Amazing.
want that lotto ticket moment. They think that's going to create happiness, which
Right.
usually it just creates more strife and pain.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
money will amplify whoever you're being.
That's it.
Oh wow.
Right.
Absolutely.
So if you're doing good things, money will amplify it.
That's it.
If the core is something inauthentic and crooked or whatever, then it'll amplify that.
That's it.
Wow,
You know what?
that's
I'm going to
very-
just tell everybody out there listening. You know what? If you're having problems with the person you fell in love with, go back a moment. How was it when you all first met? You were just mad about each other.
Right. Right.
Where did that get lost in the shuffle? It's still there. It's just buried.
Yeah.
It's that closet being stuff thrown in it, and then you open it, and the bowling ball hits you in the head when you open
Great
it.
analogy.
So the bottom line is, it's time for some spring cleaning. Spring just hit.
Yep.
Contact a professional. If you've read all the books, you've read Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, all this stuff, and you're not getting anywhere with it, it's time to make the biggest investment of your life and go get help from a professional.
Yeah.
And it's much better than a book because you need to be held accountable to someone. Yeah. Because the ego and the amygdala is taking over, you know.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sam, go ahead and come on in, buddy.
I was going to say ego. That's why it all got like that problems gets crazy and they start hating each other, you know, instead of loving, because there's exact spot in the brain that has the love in it. Exact spot is for hate. So when you flip things and you're not paying attention what's going on with you and your relationship, that's how you create hate. Now, but I was gonna say another thing that you said, clean spring. Happy New Year to all Persian people.
That's right.
Happy New Year.
So our New Year starts the moment, exact astrologically. Persian accent. Is
that what that is? Yes. That was cute.
Thank you. So the exact moment that it's, of course, over 3,000 years of history. And they have done a lot of study. Of course, they were, you know, a master of astrology and stuff at that time. And so when the moment of winter ends and spring starts, that's the new year for us. So makes sense, right?
Which actually
kind of
makes
like
sense.
nature dies and just reborn.
Yeah, who wants to celebrate the first of the year with a bunch of dead stuff?
Right?
It doesn't
Winter.
Hey, let's celebrate. It looks really nice out. I'm freezing to death.
Right.
1 second, I've got a call coming in. Let's see if this is a question.
Beautiful.
Hey, this is Paul Paget, Rockers for Wildlife. Who do we have online?
Hi, this is Tanna Fredericks with Project Save Our Surf.
Hey, Save Our Surf. I'm loving it. Hey, that you had me at Save Our Surf. Oh my God, loving it. You know what? We're going to take a few minutes and y'all stay right here real quick.
Sure.
Let's just take the call. I understand that you are the founder of Iowa Indie Film Festival in Mason City, Iowa. Correct?
Yes, I am.
Talk to me about that. I'm excited.
Well, we bring in a lot of indie films into the Midwest and encourage a lot of filmmakers to tell their stories, not only to tell their stories, but to show their films and you know, help the students to facilitate making their films and being emerging filmmakers from the Midwest, giving them a voice when a lot of times you know, a lot of people are humble in the Midwest and think maybe that they're only supposed to be heard if they're on the East Coast or the West Coast, or their voices, you know, maybe they're insecure about their voices and their dreams happening. But we try to really provide a great place for them to show films, get feedback, talk to professionals, fly out people from all different parts of the country, and give them a future in film and filmmaking.
I'm loving it. You had me at future. One of the things, I'm an Oklahoma boy. Family's from Tennessee, Oklahoma, so I'm Midwest. I am totally on board with you with this. I would love to be of some help in some way. I know Anna Heat would probably want to jump on board with some of the indie stuff on the films and helping these kids. We're all about, we got to take that generation and get them amplified, get them educated, let them know there's hope, that what they dream of is still there, that they can achieve it. Amen. And so I'm all about it. If you ever need any assistance with that, I know for a fact Rockers for Wildlife's on board. So you just got to ring our bell and we are on it. Now, you're an actress and model.
Paul.
Yes, you just reach out anytime. Get with Diana and let us know what we can do.
Help.
Exactly. So you're an actress model too, right?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
I've done a lot of indie films. I produce. I try to stay on the cutting edge. I'm right now working on a narrative VR piece. We have 12 episodes. We went to Sundance and Cannes last year. We're going back to Cannes this year.
Nice.
And it's directed by Randall Kleiser, who did North Shore and Grease, Blue Lagoon, Flight of the Navigator. Really awesome actors in it, like Veronica Cartwright. Oh my God, I'm totally blanking right now. I'm like, here, back, guys. But we also we also have Harry Hamlin in it, and
Oh,
it's
wow.
just
Love
basically
Harry.
the whole VR field has been so instrumental in shaping what we're looking at our future now with film, and and how can we sort of not do just a one-off sequence that's fascinating and interesting, like an experience like Paranormal Activity, which is just like go in and have your pants scared off by having being scared by putting the 360 headgear on. We're also looking at how do we make this something that we're in 4 years we're all watching some sort of narrative or a film in a 360 context.
Absolutely.
And that's what our future is going to be. And so I'm trying to create content with all of these wonderful people now in this wacky world of VR that we're going to be able to, that will start to create like a sort of Netflix component where once we all have gear and we all have those
that's so cool.
It is really cool.
Our heads, we're going to be able to download great content and watch it.
Beautiful. Well, Tanna, I want to book you on the show to hear more about this. I wanted to get you on and prime the pump and get all of our audience out there all geared up for the next time we have you on the show. We're running a little shy. I do appreciate you calling in. Anna Heat does too. And we are looking forward to being able to help in any way we can. You keep up the good fight out there in the Midwest, and looking forward to meeting you.
Thanks, guys. Happy World International
Water Day. Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody go protect your water. You all take care. Tell everybody there that the Midwest boy from Oklahoma said howdy there. And you all have a good day. Hey, I gave you a y'all there too, so you should feel at home. You take care, Tanna. Thank you for calling in.
All right. Well, thank you, Paul.
We'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right.
Excellent.
We
love
snack.
it. Oh,
so
we want a
hungry.
snack.
Come
You know
on.
what? While we're doing the snack, why don't we bring...
No. I just want to ask him a question.
Okay, go ahead, and I'll
before we
just
do
tune
that.
it down a little bit.
Sure. So I want to know what are the programs that you are going to have, and what are you already have done. So what are the plans for?
Well, one of the things that's really important to us is the idea of tribes. And so tribes are this idea where we have our family, something, people you're related to physically. And the tribe is kind of a collection of families. A tribe is basically a collection of families united together in love. Just like a family is a collection of people united together in love with, blood ties, of course. So it's, you got to think a little bit beyond program. You have to think a little bit beyond, something that's structured in a way that's this thing you do. It's an identity that you have. It's something that you take with you forever. It's something that you make part of what I really am about. It's like I come to hear this radio show, and this is something you guys do, but your relationship is something that you are.
Absolutely.
And so that's what we strive to do.
I love it.
Yeah, to bring families together like that.
So basically, surrounding kids and surrounding ourselves with pure, loving, and positive people.
Yes.
What is going to be the outcome? No drugs.
Love, baby.
Love everywhere. Yeah.
No.
Right.
All throughout the world.
Speaking
F-top.
Speaking of love, we're going to show some love to Sam.
Yeah.
We're running shy on time.
Yes.
Thank you
Yeah.
guys for
Thank
coming
you,
on. We
Paul.
love
So
you,
much
love
for
you,
coming.
love you,
Yeah.
brother.
Thank you, audience,
Appreciate it.
everyone. Anna
Yes.
Heath,
Thank you so much, George.
Our
Thank you so much,
Federation, Adam,
for
thank you,
coming.
brother.
You betcha.
You all hang out a little bit. We got some photos
We'll be here.
we're going to take. Oh,
Hang
yeah.
out, hang out.
Now
we
we
have
have the famous Sam Hasson.
Hasson.
Oh, yeah. This
There
is
we
the man.
go.
This is the reason for the season. And let me share with you, this is the owner of LA Talk Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
we
going to call
go.
security on me here in a second. Get this guy out of here.
Thank you.
Hey, brother.
Well, this is so cool being here.
Yeah.
I do have to have headphones though to feel like
Yeah.
I'm on the radio.
That's it.
And to know if I'm close enough to the mic. I'm like, as you can imagine, I'm so used to being near the mic. I do this every day, 5 days a week. So this is fun. But being on video is cool. I've only been a guest, I think, once or twice before.
Really?
On a video show, yes. So
No way.
So thank you for having me.
Oh, we are
Absolutely.
so
Very
happy.
blessed.
Well, I'm flattered. Thank you so much. guys.
We are beyond words. Let me tell you. I look at, the LA Talk Radio website. By the way, everybody, you need to go to latalkradio.com. If you need to get your voice out there, this is the format. So
Right, except they're already there if they're watching. If you're talking to them, they're already there. So
That's true.
You're preaching to the
that's an
choir. but-
oxymoron.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm the moron. No.
No, but that's okay because people might watch it somewhere else.
That's it.
You're sending them to the website. I totally appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. He has discovered a way, and Sam's an amazing entrepreneur. What is this? This is your third radio station, isn't it?
No, not really. I don't know where you got that information from, but
Really? I thought you had several other radio shows.
no. I've
Somebody
no,
lied.
Actually, 9 years I've been doing this, and we started the radio station because I wanted to have my own radio show. So the idea of internet radio came up, and I thought. I had a vision for what I wanted to have.
Yeah.
Today we have 80 shows. People talk about anything and everything. So it's awesome, I meet so many people that it's just amazing to me.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
You've got
It's
quite a
amazing.
variety.
Yeah, I really do, and you can imagine with that many shows, we have about, I would say, about 20 to 30 people walking through here every day. And if I'm here only a few hours, you can imagine how many people I'm meeting.
No kidding.
And I know. So suddenly I'm realizing that I'm the person who's got all the connections. I used to look for the people that had the connections. Now I'm the one that people come to. But
You've got the golden
That's
Rolodex
awesome.
now.
yeah, there you go.
Isn't that's fish in a barrel is what I call that. That's excellent. So talk about Tori a little bit. So
Tori's my co-host, and you met her, right?
Absolutely.
And you
Where
need to
is
come on the
she?
show.
Yes.
I don't know. Did you invite her on the show?
We
On this
didn't.
one, no.
No.
That's
You're
okay.
a
She may not
co-host.
have been able to do it because she does other things.
well,
during
we're
the day.
going to have her on.
Yeah,
Yes,
there you go.
next
We'll
time,
ask her
yeah.
to, but she does have a job. I mean, we do our show 1 hour every day, 5 days a week,
Yes.
and she comes in, and we have a lot of fun. It's sort of like an open format. We have guests like you do, and we laugh and we talk about what's going on in the world, and there's a lot to talk about.
Wow, nice.
And we love having
Awesome.
you guys. It's always like I see you. You're always so bright. Both of you, and you're full of smiles and everything, and you're so energized. It's like. Yeah, you're the Energizer Bunny, but on steroids, if that's possible.
It is, actually.
Yeah.
I ate too much chocolate at Easter. Something. But, that's one of the key things is that, if you're living your dream, why wouldn't you be excited?
That's true. That's true. I agree with you.
I don't need to
if
run
you
around
live
with
on a purpose
Yeah.
of why you're on this planet. So then you have a purpose, and then you are happy
Absolutely.
without anything external from outside want to make you happy because you are having purpose.
No,
You know?
absolutely. And
Yeah.
and a purpose to me is not sitting 9 to 5 and doing a show. I don't mean a show. I meant sitting in an office 9 to 5.
Hamster wheel.
I used to do that.
Yeah.
And I can't do it anymore.
Brutal.
If I had to wake up to that every day, I wouldn't be able to carry a job. Because it's that bad. So when I got this opportunity, suddenly I'm like, the head of a radio station. My vision is being realized. We keep expanding it all the time, making it better and better. And it's great. It's like you've seen a baby grow, and it's amazing. And you guys are on for the ride. You've been around for a while, and we love you guys. It's a
love
great
you.
show.
We love you
You get
too.
great guests, so it's awesome.
Wonderful.
You've seen some pretty
Yeah.
crazy topics through our show. We've kind of
I have.
weaved in and out. We've
Yeah.
actually had
Just
some.
through your show, I think I met about 347 people. I mean,
and that was just in the last week.
Exactly. I mean, I still remember the Christmas show with 30 people in
Oh my
here.
God, Funkalicious. Oh my God. We had
Yeah, a
people
lot of
literally
people,
just
yeah.
about on everybody's shoulders.
Yeah, exactly.
It was
but
crazy.
it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, that was a heck of a performance that day.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
those guys had the funk breaking
Yeah.
loose.
But there you go. You're a natural carrying a show like that, with so many guests and stuff. So, you're a pro, man, and that's
Thanks.
cool. And you bring such great energy to the show,
Thank
that
you.
I love doing the show. I run behind the scenes and everything,
Thank
so.
you. Thanks so much.
But yeah, and I do it because, I'm not here for every show.
Yeah.
We have people running the station and everything, but some shows I actually come in and do myself, like the video shows and stuff.
Absolutely.
And I enjoy doing your show. It's amazing.
We love having you do it. It's what keeps us on track and keeps us in line.
There you go, you see.
So what is in the future for LA Talk Radio?
What's in the future? Wow, I don't know. Just keep getting better as technology improves,
Yeah.
I mean, I want to add like 360 cameras and things like that, where people can really interact with what they're seeing in the studio.
Brilliant.
Things like this, we started like testing, doing Facebook Live of our shows. We did one of yours before.
Absolutely.
And so we'll probably start doing that more.
Nice.
And and wherever the future takes us, I mean, virtual reality is like right here, So you don't know how people are going to consume entertainment soon, but it's a riot, man. I recommend to anybody who has not tried VR, virtual reality at all, get yourself Google Cardboard is what they call it. It costs $10. You can get it on Amazon. And if you have a phone, which everybody does, download some apps, VR apps from the iPhone store or whatever, the App Store. And you're going to be able to see some things like you've never seen in your life.
It's insane.
For a $10 investment in something
Right.
that, and then if you like it, then you go and invest in something more powerful.
Absolutely.
And you get the resolution and the quality and everything. But imagine being in different places. Like you can be during the filming of Saturday Night Live, and you're there, and Jerry Seinfeld is standing right in front of you. And as you turn your body, you're seeing the audience, you see the director,
Crazy.
the producers in the back,
Right.
the cue cards and everything,
Right.
and the audience, and you're moving around. And it's amazing, you get to participate in it almost.
It's mind blowing.
wonderful.
Yeah.
I want to actually take that underwater with the sharks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They already have a few of them. You got to watch
There's a
them
couple.
first.
Oh yeah, I have. I've seen them.
I'm sure.
But I'm going to take it to another level.
You have no problem being around sharks.
I'm going to be in with the great whites. So I'm going to drop down like I did 10 years ago in the middle of about 17 great whites circling me at about 60 or 70
Now,
feet.
don't tell me no cage.
I don't like cages. Those are restrictive, man. The sharks
Really?
don't like cages.
Whoa.
No. You know something? This is the reason why I work with sharks, not only because I love them, but they've been deemed as a monster. It is critical that sharks are in the ocean because they keep everything else in check. They keep the wounded and the sick out of the oceans so that they don't go get the other species of fish and whatnot sick.
There you go. Makes sense.
It's critical. And so that's why if something's in distress, a shark comes up and munches it. It's an hors d'oeuvre.
Right.
And, I won't get off into sharks, but 120 million sharks were killed last year.
120 million.
For shark fin
You're not
soup.
saying 120,000.
120 million. So you divide that by the day of the atrocity that's happening to our oceans,
Wow.
which is affecting us and future generations' ability to survive. Bottom line is 5 humans were accidentally killed by sharks worldwide last year. Who's the
What
predator?
a criminal.
Yeah.
What a criminal. Oh
And
my
on that
God.
note, so
Yes.
since you got me on that
animal
note,
killed. I'm so sorry.
On the
beautiful
side note to
sharks.
sharks and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, it is. But here's the thing: Rockers for Wildlife. We're about saving. I was making a mistake early on saying that we were going to work with other teams help save the planet. The planet's going to do fine without us. In
Right,
fact, it's going to
true.
do better without us.
Yes.
We are helping the species of this planet to be able to have a little more longevity.
Mm-hmm.
We're already at a tipping point. It's just where it is, and it's what it is. We've damaged and destroyed, but the planet will rebirth itself.
Yeah. And then amen to people like you that are actually doing something about it, care enough about it to take away from your busy day and actually focus on something that's so altruistic. It's not about you. It's about something else,
The whole
bigger than
planet,
you.
yeah.
Well, every
And that's
day, I've
amazing.
always said, one of the things that we can work on all these other things in life, building things, but if you can't breathe, what good's it going to do you?
There you go.
We're running out of oxygen on this
Yeah.
planet. We're just burying it. But the bottom line is Anahit and I we're frontline warriors on it. We're going to make a difference,
that's
And
awesome.
you know what? I don't know what difference that's going to be, but I'll tell you one thing we are doing. We're doing something about it. And that's the bottom line.
There you go.
You know, even here, I just say this, I'm going to leave it at this for all you all out there that might not have the money to do something or know where to put your money to make a difference. Here's the fast way to make a difference. Don't accept plastic bags at the store anymore. If everybody did that just for one day across the planet, we would eliminate literally millions of tons of plastic in the oceans.
Right.
And so
I believe that will happen, but you need a technology that will make it so convenient that people will do it. What I'm saying is, you just made me realize that I do that, and because the paper bags suck, okay, and they break. So I asked for the plastic ones, but if they make good bags, right, good paper bags, and they don't allow any of the plastic in there, I'll go with the paper bag.
just carry a green bag. I'll buy you one for Christmas.
I know, but I always forget them at home or in my trunk.
See, that's my
For
problem.
Christmas,
Yeah.
you have to wait until Christmas.
No,
okay?
people give them to me all the time, and I give them back.
Now it's $5, but it's so you know.
It's not the money,
you have
really.
to wait. No,
No.
I'm just.
You know the problem I have with the
just
green
pulling
bags
these like-
is that when I take my groceries in, and I'm working on this, I need to just walk back out to the car and put it back in my car.
Right.
Take the few seconds and do it, because I'll end up at the store and boom, I forget my darn bag.
That's true. So you just
Yeah.
leave it in the cart, in the basket, and you take it
Oh,
to
yeah,
the car.
the back
Makes
of the car.
sense.
Yeah.
Easy,
It's-
easy,
yeah.
squeezy,
Squeezy.
cheesy.
Yeah. There you go. You see, for the forgetful ones, there's a trick.
Hey, there is,
I
and
could use
there's a
those.
way around it. So.
Yeah.
I look at everybody needs to go look at this LA Talk Radio story. It's pretty amazing how you blew
Yeah,
this
go
thing
ahead and
up.
look, guys. It is
How
amazing.
big is it? Which I heard that is number 9. Is that?
What do you mean number
Are we-
9
are
in
we
what?
not-
In
are-
what?
I don't know.
In what? Well, I
you-
mean number
you
9 in
count.
what?
9 in-
If you Google,
9 in
if you
whole.
Google Talk Radio, not our name, but just the generic Talk Radio,
Yeah.
we come up number 1.
Oh, bam!
Bam.
Yay!
There you go.
Hey,
Yeah,
who
yeah,
wants
yeah,
to?
yeah, yeah.
My grandpa
More-
used to say,
more
if you're
than
not
that.
the lead dog, the scenery remains the same.
I
Get a
must-
visual cue of
I
that.
must be number 1, and you must be number 1. We're very similar to each other.
So now we're gonna have to get a bobsled that the dogs
Fantastic.
are 3, 1, 2, 3, because it can't go like this, because then 2
Right.
have a bad view.
Exactly. It's a terrible view, man. I wouldn't want to look at somebody's behind. Are you kidding me?
No, 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 no,
Are you kidding
no.
me? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and, yeah. No, that's true. You got to be the leader.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
entrepreneurship, you were talking about, the hamster on the wheel, that how you were having to work a job you were obviously miserable at, you had a big dream. How did that feel making that transition?
Awesome.
A lot of people are
Awesome.
scared though.
Well, let me tell you, in between what I did is I did a lot of different businesses and stuff. I provided services to companies as far as online marketing, like search engine optimizations, SEO, things like that. So help companies really get a presence online. I did a lot of accounting, for other companies and stuff. As an independent, though, I would come in as a consultant.
Right.
So that was okay. Before that, I had a computer animation company in the early 90s. I mean,
Interesting.
just imagine before
Wow.
anybody else
Wow.
was doing that. Only Pixar and the big boys were doing this.
Yeah.
I was able to do it on a Mac. I took a big chance and risked $5,000 on some software that was still in beta version.
Wow.
But I looked at it, I said, this is going to make me look like Pixar on a Mac. And sure enough, it did.
Bam.
I started making my own movies for companies and stuff.
Love it.
It was amazing. And actually, that was the year that Photoshop came out, like 1991.
Oh
or
yeah,
something,
remember clearly.
Th-
Game
so that-
changer.
I'm dating myself, but hey, you can tell how old I am. I mean, it's no secret. But
So basically,
people are
no
afraid to say how
risk.
old they are,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, no risk, no goodies.
Exactly.
No
You got-
risk, no
That's
goodies.
real
the bigger the
good.
risk, the bigger the goodies, right?
The
That's it.
bigger
There
the
you go.
risk, the bigger the goodies.
Right.
And if you didn't get any goodies, that you learned, you had a good experience. There is no failure at all. It's all experiences.
Go to my Facebook, everybody. I put up a deal with Denzel Washington speaking to a group at one of the colleges, and it was really important what he talked about in how many times he failed forward. But he had always talked about, and I always said, any time that I've ever had the wind knocked out of me, I'm falling forward. I might be on my knees, but I'm falling this way. I'm going to gain 3 feet out of it. No
Yeah.
ifs, ands, or buts. And he really talked about the importance of that. And it was real, and it's short, quick, and sweet, but boy, does it resonate in what we go through in life. We have all these things that challenge us, but they have to be in place for you to excel. Those have to be there. They're
Yeah.
components that either break you or they make you, period.
No,
And
it's
so-
not any break. It's just
No, there's
it's
a lot of
just-
people
it's
that
just-
get broken
No,
over it.
there is pain always in life. There is a pain. There is a gain next to it. Like, just think about it.
That's it.
When you have a pain, then there is a message there. So when you answer to that pain and come up with it, it's going to be a gain.
So that pain in my neck yesterday was not,
The pain is the lesson to tell you,
It
do
is.
not carry George to go.
Oh no! That's from me working out. So I'm
Was
training.
the pain.
So that
for it.
was.
So
that,
then it's telling
I got
you,
my morning
don't
workout
do that
in.
again, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, I had a pain in the neck from somebody that I was having to deal with, actually. But you know what? I prayed for them. You know what? They're misguided.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. that's
the problem. There's a lot
God
of.
bless everybody.
Yeah, people are
all
kind and then
souls.
with all this political crap going on, everybody's fear-driven right now.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
I've always said the
A lot of
worst.
uncertainty, you know.
You nailed it. So,
Right?
boy, great minds think alike. I was going to say the worst human emotion that anybody can face is uncertainty.
But that's what we have. I mean, it could be the worst if you look at it, but the point is, if you think about it, that's maybe the point in life, is so we can make decisions without knowing what the outcome is going to be,
Certainty.
based on free choice, you know, free will, if you will. No pun intended, of course. But listen, I'm thinking I'm going to have to go and wrap
Oh
up
my
the show,
God!
right?
Well, we're gonna get
I'm like looking at the clock.
Sam
where you're the one
and
supposed to do
Tori
it.
on together. We
Yes.
wanted to
Yes,
just
Sam-
get you on.
Sam in the
Primary.
morning with Tori. You can watch us every morning, Monday through Friday, 10 o'clock on Channel 1 right here. We're not on video. We're only in audio, but that's because it's too early in the morning. Some people don't want to be seen on video, although I always dress up and look nice.
Oh,
but,
you do, baby. You do.
So
Well, thanks
anyway,
for coming on,
guys,
Sam.
thank
We
you
love
so
you.
much for having
for-
me. I love
yeah,
you guys.
thanks so much for
And
coming.
thanks
I love
for
you
being
too.
here. Thanks for the support. And you better be here for the party. We're going to have a company party,
Oh.
and you'll be joining us.
You can bank on that,
Absolutely.
brother.
All
Good to
right.
have
Sure.
you.
Okay,
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you, Sam.
Thanks,
Appreciate
everybody.
it.
Okay,
Sam
thank you for
Hasson,
coming.
baby. Oh yeah.
Okay,
Woo.
that's fantastic.
It's always good to have
Yeah,
that power.
awesome,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yes,
Sam
yes,
is the
yes.
man. I
Yeah.
like it a lot.
Yeah. So
You know what? I have to mention some things. Okay, so we're boogieing out of here to Las Vegas. So our good friends Ron Whitaker, famed drummer, he's the most him and his beautiful wife Rodica Isabella Sheldon. They are the highest decorated humanitarians in rock. They are getting a Lifetime Achievement Award with
Yay.
Olivia Newton-John, Donnie and Marie. We're going to be there, and we have an amazing. We've got Al Bowman, a legend in the industry. He puts that show on. That's the Producer's Choice Honors Press events. So this is Thursday, tomorrow, Hard Rock Las Vegas. And so be there, be square. It is going to be amazing red carpet stuff. And then we have Friday, we have Lisa Haisha, and she is the founder of Soul Blazing. Now, she is beyond amazing. Let me tell you, her and her husband, these people are the powerhouse of the industry. And she's the founder of Soul Blazing. And she's got general mission tickets for $99. She also runs the Whispers for Children's Hearts Foundation. And she's a spiritual teacher, a motivational speaker. This woman is so dynamic. So this Friday, if you have not got your tickets, this is a must-see event. If you want to network, this is where it happens at. Lisa, we're going to be there. We're so proud of everything you and your husband are doing. It's very exciting. We look forward to meeting Lee out there.
he's saying that to her photo.
I am. I'm looking at it because it's flashing through,
Yeah.
and it's really an amazing
Yeah,
sight. I'm like,
wonderful.
I've got to call my website guy and
So,
have him start.
I also want to again say Happy Nowruz to everybody, and Happy New Year to Persian people in Iran and all over the world. Like there are so many countries they celebrate Nowruz, and they consider it very official. In Canada, it's an official day, and hopefully one day in the U.S. And have a fantastic
Well, we got
day.
3
We
minutes,
have
so
3 minutes? Oh,
you know what?
You grab it. We have a snack.
Yeah, we ought to do a little snackarooski, you know. I'm just going to play it in the background because the Legacy Gala party on Friday at Hotel Casa del Mar. That is going to be, let me see, I got an address here. I want to share that. And so that is in Santa Monica. So the Casa del Mar Hotel is 1910 Ocean Way, Santa Monica. We'll be posting that on our site. And I want to share with everybody. Go to rockersforwildlife.com. We have a lot of information there. We're also on Facebook, Rockers for Wildlife. You can go to my Paulie Paget. You can go to Anahit Adamati. She's, by the way, celebrity fashion designer, artist extraordinaire, jewelry, business like nobody's business. This woman's going to run for president one day and take over. Absolutely beyond powerful. Want to say that our star down here has a new toy from the pet store. She has been so good that our mascot and star, Pasuli, is sitting down. And look at that. Look what's in her mouth. So flippin' cute. Oh my God. She's got it bit on the bill. Look where her mouth is. How cute is that? Oh my Lord. Want to say thank you. Russ Nybert, my management team. Diana Kelly, our PR. In fact, we've got Mela at Clink and Chat. That's our social media. And we've got an amazing team out there. They're doing a lot of great work. We've got Paul Aaron, my oldest, and he is kicking it in the rear end.
He is amazing. He's one of the really rocking.
Yeah, he is rocking it.
Yes,
and he's got
really
a birthday
rocking.
March 26th,
Yes.
33 years old. Oh my
Yes,
God,
yes,
I've got a
yes.
33-year-old kid. What the heck happened there?
Well, when you're active 16-year-old
What the
or
heck
something.
happened?
No, you're not even 16. How old are you?
Yeah, I was 16. That was one
16?
of those misguided moments in
No,
Oklahoma.
that was a right moment because
No,
that
just-
amazing person
I
is
thank God for
here.
my son. No, I'm not. There are no accidents. He
Absolutely.
was the warrior that was built to be here now.
Yes,
period.
yes. Very
Wanna
proud of him.
Thank my other kids, Christian Lee and Shadow Sierra. Miss you dearly. Reach out to your daddy sometime. Let's go have lunch. And the rest of the world out there, let's do something mindful today. If you can't do something financially or get with an organization, smile at somebody today. Good Lord.
yeah.
How far does that go? Say hi. Open a door for somebody. Do something mindful. You'll feel better. You'll feel good. And on that note, oh my God, I think the door's closing on us. Let's rock the house. Say bye to everybody.
Bye.
Thank George. Thank you,
Thanks to
Adam.
Family
Thank you, the
Federation.
Federation.
Thank
We're
you.
going to have them back on. And bam, we
Next
are
week.
out of here.
You're listening to Rockers for Wildlife Radio with Paul Paget, only on LA Talk Radio.